guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Faye, and for today's video, I am bringing you guys a holiday glam moment. So for today's video, I'm actually bringing you a makeup and hair get ready with me. So I'm going to be showing you how to get this glam look that I have on my face right now, which by the way, I used all drugstore products and everything under $10. So not only am I showing you how to get glam, I'm also showing you how to keep that budget intact, okay? How to save those coins, but still get a very flawless, high-end looking makeup look. So I'm going to be showing you guys that, and I'm very excited to share with you guys that today's video is also sponsored by Nia Wigs. So they actually sent over a cute little package for me, and this is the hair. We got a headband wig happening. So I'm going to be showing you guys a little bit later in the video how I installed the hair and also how I styled it. I ended up just straightening it, but you guys will not want to miss how this hair looked. It is a yucky, kinky, yucky texture, yucky straight. I mean, obviously you can see how it turned out, but you definitely want to see how the hair looked before I straightened it, because when you see the difference, like the versatility of this hair is amazing. So be sure to stick to the end of the video. I will also have timestamps for you guys in the play bar and in the description. So if you want to skip to certain parts of the video, certain parts of the makeup, certain parts of the hair, you can do that. I'll have every timestamp linked for you guys in the play bar and in the description. So without further ado, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe. I would love to have you as part of my fam. If you enjoy these types of get ready with me's, be sure to give this one a thumbs up to let me know, and let's go ahead and get into the video. Alright guys, so per usual, I have you zoomed in. We are starting off with the eyes. I did already go ahead and prime them. Today I used my Milani Conceal and Perfect concealer to prime my eyes, and then I just set it down with a light layer of a translucent powder. And then you guys already know I have my shadow shields on the sides of my eyes to give us a nice crisp line. So before we get started, I'm just going to moisturize my lips really quick because they're feeling a little bit dry. And this is a lip mask from Flower Beauty. This is the only product I did not look up. But I know you can get Flower Beauty at like Walmart, so hopefully this is under $10. But I didn't feel like getting up again, and I really needed to put something on my lips. Okay, so to start, we are going to go in with some colors on the crease. I pulled out a couple of different little eyeshadows. So I pulled out these little sets from Wet n Wild. We know these are super inexpensive. And then I also pulled out these little bite-sized eyeshadow palettes from e.l.f. I believe these bite-sized shadows from e.l.f. are like $3, and I believe that these are normally like under $5. Of course, I'll have all of the prices and everything listed on the screen for you guys. But I kind of want to do like a soft glam with a pop of like a little bit of like a neutral shimmer on the lid. So that's kind of the vibe that I'm going for today. So to start, I think I'm going to go in with one of these bite-sized eyeshadows. I think I'm going to start off with this one. This one's in the shade Carnival Candy. And all of the shades in this one in particular are matte except for this blue shade, which is absolutely gorgeous. We won't be using it today, but it is very pretty. So I'm going to go in first with this shade right here, this kind of like neutral, kind of warm actually, brown shade, and I'm going to use that to buff and blend in the crease as our transition shade. And the brush that I'm using for this is my Sedona Lace EB13 brush, and I'm really focusing this directly in the crease to start, and then once there's pretty much not any product left on the brush, I'm going to start to kind of fan it up to the brow just to give us that nice blend up to the brow bone. So that is what the eyes are looking like so far. Next, I'm going in with this Wet n Wild palette. This one is the Rose in the Air palette, and I'm actually going to pick up this kind of reddish brick shade, and I'm going to blend that a little bit lower in the crease, but I'm really just using that to kind of deepen and define the crease a little bit more. And I am using the same brush, by the way, and I'm just placing it right in that crease area and blending it all the way over into the inner corner, letting it come down on the lid just a little. And when there's pretty much not anything left on the brush, I'm going to buff it over the whole transition shade just so that all of those shades again just blend into each other nicely. Okay, so next up, still in the Wet n Wild palette, I'm actually going to pick up this dark brown shade right here, and I'm going to apply that on the outer V. And for that, I'm using my Morphe M433. And I'm not bringing that past like about the midpoint of my eye because I don't want this to get too crazy as far as like how smoky it is, but I definitely want a little bit of depth on the outer V. So next up, I'm going to go in with the same concealer that I used to prep my eyelids, the one from Milani, and I'm going to cut my crease. Okay, and it's really not absolutely necessary that you cut your crease, but I like to do it because I have hooded lids, so it just kind of helps to define my crease area a little bit. So next up, we're going to go in with a little bit of sparkle, and for that, I'm going to be using this product from e.l.f. This is the shade Flirty Birdie, and I believe these are called their liquid glitters. I'm not for sure, but I'll have the name of it on the screen. I already threw out the box, so I don't remember exactly what they're called, but these are also super affordable, and like I said, this shade is Rosy Birdie, which is a really beautiful kind of champagne rose gold shade, and I'm going to apply that right on top of where I just cut my crease. And these dry down pretty quickly, and I'm just going in with my brush to kind of help get right up in the crease and make sure this area is nice and defined, because this little applicator is nice, but it's not like super thin for like precise application. So I'm just using my brush to do that. Okay, so now that we have that color applied, I'm just going to kind of blend. You can see right here there's a pretty harsh line between the brown and the lid shade. So I'm going to go in with a mixture of the dark brown that we use in the outer V and a little bit of this red that we use in the crease. And I'm going to use that to kind of blend those two together. And then I'm actually going to go back in with a little bit more of the glitter because I want it to come over more on the eye. I don't want it to stop right there in the middle. So I'm just going to add a little bit more and drag it out a little bit further. And then same thing again, just picking up a little bit of that brown and blending it right over top. Okay, so this is what the eyes are looking like so far. Very glam for sure. So I'm going to go ahead and add my liner and lashes off camera, and then I will be back to go ahead and start on the face. Alright guys, so I'm back, and as you can see, I did go ahead and do my face, some of my face makeup off camera because I am in the midst of trying to multitask a little bit. I'm filming 2 videos for you guys today. So I had a couple of you ask me which foundation I preferred more between the Too Faced Born This Way matte foundation and the NARS soft matte, what is it called? Soft matte complete foundation. So today I am doing a side-by-side comparison along with this tutorial. This video will actually be up before this tutorial is up. So if you're interested, if you were one of the people that were asking me in my comments and you're interested in seeing the 2 of them tested against each other, then I will link that video for you guys. I know that's not drugstore foundation. If I had not used those foundations, I would have used the LA Girl Pro Matte. If you've been following me for a while, you know how much I love this foundation. This used to be my go-to for a hot minute, and I had already pulled it out to use, but then I was like, you know what? People have been asking me about a comparison between these 2 foundations. I really need to get this filmed so that I can post it for you guys ASAP. So I decided to just include it while I'm sitting down to film today. So sorry, that's one thing that is not, that's not drugstore, but that would be the LA Girl Pro Matte would be the drugstore foundation that I would have used if you want a drugstore foundation option. So really quickly, just to give you a rundown on what I used on my face. For concealer, I still used a drugstore product. I used the Milani Conceal and Perfect, same thing I used to prime the eyes. And to set my concealer, I use the CoverGirl True Blend Minerals Loose Setting Powder in the shade Banana. So that's what I have on my face right now. Went ahead and filled in my brows, and now we can go ahead and continue with the rest of the tutorial. So the first thing I'm going to do is just kind of press in this extra powder. Press and kind of dust away this extra powder on my face from baking. And as a side note, that Milani concealer is so nice. It applies to the skin so beautifully, and it just like looks flawless underneath my eyes and just on my face in general. It looks really nice. It reminds me of a high-end foundation, or a high-end concealer, but I can't quite put my finger on which one it is. So I'm going to have to go through my collection and see if I can remember. And what I may do is try to like compile a whole dupes video for you guys. But this foundation, they did a really good job with that. Or concealer. I don't know why I keep saying foundation. This concealer, they did a great job with that. Okay, so next up, I'm going in with my face powder. No surprise here. If you've been watching my videos, you guys already know. I'm going in with the CoverGirl Full Spectrum All Day Powder Foundation. I have mine in the shade Medium Tan Neutral. And I'm just going to apply this all over the face. Mostly on the areas that I did not apply concealer. But I do like to also lightly go over where I did apply concealer, just so that everything blends nicely into each other. So before I jump into my bronzer, I'm going to finish up my lower lash line really quickly. And I'm not going to do a lot to the lower lash line because I kind of want to keep this look like kind of bright, if that makes sense. Not too smoky on the lower lash line. So the first color I'm going to go in with is the shade that we used in our crease from this little e.l.f. palette, this brown shade right here. And I'm just going to buff and blend that all the way from inner to outer corner. Okay, right on top of that, I'm going to go in with this kind of reddish shade that we used in the crease. And we're just going to add a little bit of that right on top. Really just to deepen it up a little bit. Alright, and then to define the lower lash line a little bit more, we're going to go in with a flat shader brush and we're going to pick up the dark brown that we use in the outer V and apply that right up against that lower lash line. And I kind of want to deepen up just the outer part of the lower lash line. So I'm going to dip into a little bit of this black. This is in Truffles, the e.l.f. Bite Size Shadow in Truffles. And I'm just going to add a little bit of that just to that outer corner. And then to open up our eye a little bit, I'm going to go in with this Pixie Endless Silky eye pen. And this one is in the shade Rose Glow. Okay, so I also went ahead and applied some lower lash mascara because I literally cannot do that on camera to save my life. I literally have to be like this close to the mirror to apply my lower lash mascara. And then also, I don't think I mentioned it to you, but the lashes that I'm using are, again, go figure, my Eyelure times Jordan Woods Faux Mink lashes. I love these lashes, honestly. They just give it to me. So that's what I have on for my lashes today. Alright, so let's go ahead and finish up the face. For my bronzer, I'm taking it all the way back today with the Wet n Wild Mega Glow contouring palette. This one is in the shade Caramel Toffee, and of course I'm using the bronzing shade. So I'm just going to dip my brush in there. I'm using my Morphe R14 to bronze the skin. And I'm also going to mix in just a little bit of this Maybelline City Bronzer in the shade 300. It's a little bit warmer and also a little bit deeper. I'm just going to put that right in the hollows of my cheeks. Alright, so next up is blush, and I'm going to be using this one from e.l.f. This is in the shade Always Spicy, and I think it will complement that crease shade that we have going on in the crease. So I'm going to be using my Morphe JH04 angled brush, and we're just going to apply a little bit of this, not too much, but just a little bit on the cheeks. So before we go in with highlighter, I'm going to go ahead and set my face. I'm using the Rimmel Stay Matte Fix and Go Primer and Setting Spray. I didn't realize this was a primer and a setting spray. I could have used this to prime, you know, as my spray before I apply my face makeup. I don't know what this situation was, but it says on here that it's shine controlled, locks in makeup, quick dry, and oil free. So we're going to go ahead and set our face. I also really like the sprayer on this. It's not like too intense, so nice. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and highlight. I'm using this CoverGirl Full Spectrum palette. This is the Sculpt Expert palette in the shade Bronze Flame. And I'm gonna be using, I think I'm gonna mix both of these highlighters together because one is a little bit more like gold, and then the other one has a little bit more of a pink undertone. But I think both of them would complement the eyes. So we're just going to mix them together and apply them on the cheeks. And then I'm also going to take a little bit of this and mix them together again and apply on the inner corner. Okay, I'm really liking how this is looking, honestly. It looks so good. And these are all, with the exception of the foundation, but literally only because I'm doing a review, it still would have looked just as good if I had used this foundation right here, because this is bomb. But with the exception of the foundation, everything on my face is drugstore. I'm just saying. And under $10. So that's pretty amazing that my face is looking like this for everything being under $10. Okay, so last but not least, I'm going to go ahead and do my lip. And I pulled out two lipsticks from Maybelline. These are their matte collection, matte nude collection, I think. And I have Toasted Truffle and Raw Chocolate. And I'm not really sure which one. I think I'm gonna go with Raw Chocolate because I think Toasted Truffle is not gonna give me what I need. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is line my lips, and I'm using the ColourPop BFF3, and then I'm gonna go over that with the Maybelline matte lipstick in Raw Chocolate. Okay, so this is how that looks, and I want to deepen it up just a little bit. So I'm going to go in with BFF4 and just line around the outside. Alright, so this is the finished makeup. I'm very, very happy with how this came out. This is actually the second time that I filmed this video. The first time that I filmed it, I didn't love it, but girl, I love how it looks now. So let me go ahead and get this wig, child, and we're gonna get this hair together and then go ahead and finish up this tutorial. All right, y'all, so let's go ahead and get into this hair. So like I mentioned in the intro, I got a headband wig from Nia Wigs. This is what the packaging looks like. I was actually kind of surprised when I got it in the mail. This was my first wig from this particular brand, and I really wanted to try out the headband wig, so I was excited when they reached out and were, you know, wanting to send it to me. But honestly, anytime I've ever ordered hair from a brand, it never comes beautifully packaged like this, so I was so here for this. And basically this part just slides off like that, and then you just slide this part up, and then your wig comes packaged in this super nice silk bag. So I've actually already been wearing this wig because, honey, listen, what I was not about to do was come on here. Well, I guess I could have done like a first impression, but I don't know. Like, I prefer to try things out before I come on and like review them for you guys, because unless I'm literally doing a first impression, I just like to be able to try stuff out and be able to give y'all a full, you know, the full rundown. So this is what the hair looks like. Like I said, I've been wearing it, so I have it up in a bun. I'm gonna leave it in the bun for right now because it makes it a little bit easier for me to put it on. But I got the Yaki Straight, and it is 16 inches. So I'm gonna go ahead and just comb my hair down and get it situated so that we can go ahead and put this wig on. And I think I'm gonna actually style it with you guys so that you can see the hair, see how it styles, and all of that good stuff. Okay, so basically what I'm gonna do so that I don't mess up my press is I'm just gonna twist these across each other in the back, and then I'm gonna pull this one up and pin it down. So it's basically kind of like I'm wrapping my hair, but I'm doing it like around the sides of my hair. And I'm going to pin this side also, like that. And then I'm going to go in with my wig cap, which you don't really have to put on a wig cap with this, but I'm going to do it just because I just recently straightened my hair and I want to make sure that I keep it protected. So we're just gonna apply the wig cap. Like so. And then I'm also gonna pull it forward a little bit. Really just so I can push it back so that the hair will kind of smooth out. And I'm not going to really do much to my edges because I laid them down yesterday and I'm literally not going anywhere because of quarantine. So I don't want to put like a ton of unnecessary product on my edges. So I'm just going to leave it like that. And then we're going to go ahead and put on our wig. So first of all, this has honestly become my new favorite thing, especially with, like I said, just being in the house and being in quarantine. It just makes everything so much easier because, like, if I don't feel like doing my hair or I don't feel like, you know, really doing a bunch to like look put together, I can literally just pull this out, throw it on, and it looks like I did the most. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this on. And I like to apply it in the front first and then just pull it down and then apply it in the back. There's a comb in the back. So there's a comb in the front, there's a comb in the back, and then there's also 2 combs, as you can see, on the side. So we're going to do it all the way around, make it nice and secure. And in all honesty, normally when I put this wig on, I don't even put all the combs in. I just do the front one and the back one, and I just roll with it. But for the sake of the video, I'll show y'all the full situation. So this is how it looks in the back. And then I'm just going to go ahead and secure the headband part across the back. If you're a beginner, which y'all know, for me, I'm a beginner when it comes to wigs. I'm not like super versed in really hair in general. I'm like starting to get more into it, but I'm not like a hair guru. So if you are, you know, new to wigs or to hair, I would definitely recommend something like this. So you can leave the headband down like this, and you see it looks very natural, like it's literally coming out of the headband. But I'm gonna fold mine back a little bit just so you can see my little edges, you know. I don't have a lot, but just so you can see a little something. I'm just gonna fold it back like that. And then, like I said, I normally just throw it up in a bun and that's it. But for the sake of the video, and you guys can see, like, it looks very natural. I just have it thrown up and I just leave it up like that. And then this is the back. So, but for the sake of the video, I am going to straighten it because I haven't done anything with this hair since I bought it, besides literally, or since I got it, I should say, besides literally just putting it up in this bun and just wearing it, you know, just super easy. But we're gonna do a little something because I kind of want to take some pictures today too, because I really love how this came out. So we're gonna do a little something extra. So this is what the hair looks like just out of that bun. It's very full, super thick, and it matches my I feel like it kind of blends with my natural hair texture. Like, this looks like it could literally be growing out of my head. And the hair is super soft, and you can even see like it kind of has that kinky texture to it, which I really like. It doesn't look like super silky, like it's probably not my hair. Like, I really don't like that look. I like it to look as close to my natural hair as possible. So let's go ahead and just brush it out. And you can see, like, it's on there. It's not going anywhere. So we're gonna brush it out a little bit. And honestly, I plugged up my straightener, but I might not need to straighten it because I kind of wanted to put curls in it. But now that I'm brushing it out, I wonder if it needs to be straightened. I don't know. I'm gonna straighten it a little bit and then we'll just see how we feel about it after I straighten it.
That's good.
Okay guys, so we're at the front of the hair now, and I think I'm gonna leave it straight. I haven't, like I said before, I haven't really done anything to this hair since I got it. I've just been wearing it like up in a bun, and it straightens really nicely. Like, you can see over here, this is the hair that's not straightened, and then over here, look how good it looks. It's so thick and full. It's full literally all the way from the root to the end, and it just straightens so easily. I was doing the chase method with the brush, but I don't even need to do that. And it's so soft. That's the other thing. It's thick and full and super, super soft. So I'm just gonna go ahead and finish straightening my hair, and then I will come back and show you guys. Oops. See, this is why I need to focus. I'll come back and show you guys how it looks once I'm done straightening it. Okay, you guys, so I just finished straightening the hair, and baby, listen, I'm not gonna curl it because I'm kind of obsessed with it. I got some, I think, a piece of lint or something in it right here. Okay, I'm not gonna curl it because I kind of am living for the straight, and it still kind of has a little bit of that like yucky not crinkly, but like wavy texture in it. But I like that because I feel like it looks natural. And you guys can see it is so thick. Let me see if I can stand up a little bit. So this is 16 inches. Let me split it down the middle so you guys can see. 16 inches, and it is thick, okay? From the root all the way down, but it looks so natural. Let me try to turn around. I'm trying to make sure I don't snatch this flat iron off of here and burn myself. Okay, so here's the back. You guys can see how thick and full it looks. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it, period. So if you didn't know about Nia wigs, now you know, okay? And this hair barely sheds. Like, even when I was just straightening it, it straightens so easily, and it's so soft, and it feels so like full, and just, it literally feels like my hair, like how my hair feels when I straighten it. And like I said, it barely sheds. Like, even out of the box, I think I'm gonna do a little, because I kind of have like, I normally have my part going over here. So maybe I can brush a little bit to this side, like so. But yeah, even out of the box, when I first took it out of the box, and I was just brushing it and playing with it and putting it up in a bun, it shed a little bit, but it was very minimal, like very, very minimal. So yes, honey, this is a look. And it's so easy. Like, it is so easy to do this, because like I said, you guys know I am not a huge like hair person. I'm just starting to get into it because obviously quarantine. So I have not been to the hair salon to like get a sew-in or anything like that. And this is such a moment. Like, this is so easy. You style it once, and whenever you need to go out, you just throw this thing on and you're good to go. Or if you have a Zoom meeting, quick little work video call, you can just throw this on and you are good to go. Yes, I'm living for it. Okay, so I went ahead and added some bamboo hoops real quick because it's kind of a vibe. And also, I forgot to mention to you guys as well that they did send over some like extra headbands. I'm not going to wear one today because I kind of got the black and gold situation happening right now. But this one, as you can see, is already open. I have worn this one several times already. And they kind of like cross in the front. I don't know if you guys can see, but they kind of cross in the front. So when you wear it, you know, it just is another something cute that you can put on. So I have a black one, a red one, a kind of blue turquoise one, and then also a white and black one. I like wearing these, especially when I have my hair up in a bun. It just kind of gives a little something extra. It looks really cute. But yes, girl, this is the final look. I'm obviously very much feeling myself. I love how the makeup came out. I think it is gorgeous. This glitter, I highly recommend. I actually have two shades. Of course, I use Flirty Birdie, but I also have Copper Pop. These little things from e.l.f., I think they were like $5. Highly recommend. I've heard mixed reviews about them, but after trying it for myself, I really like these. They feel very comfortable on my eyelid. Like, it doesn't feel crunchy, like when I'm, you know, looking around and stuff. They don't feel crunchy. It literally feels like it's just a liquid eyeshadow. But it's very comfortable on my eyelid. The glitter is not getting everywhere, as you can see. It's staying right where I put it. It's not getting all up here towards my brow or all over my face. It's staying exactly where I put it on the lid. And it's just a very easy way to give any look a little something extra, a little extra glam to any look. So yes, a little soft glam moment happening. I love it. I'm here for it. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. A little something different, a little get ready with me makeup and hair moment. So I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I will of course have all of the details for all the products I used on my face, as well as this hair, which you need, honey. You need. I will have it listed for you down below. Thank you so much again to Nia Wigs for sponsoring the hair portion of today's video. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below if you have not already joined the fam, because obviously we would love to have you. So be sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys very soon in my next video.